Imagine waking up one morning, checking the news, and seeing a headline that sounds impossible. Elon Musk becomes the world's first trillionaire. Not billionaire. Trillionaire. $1,000 billion. A number so large that most people can't even visualize it. But here's the crazy part. This isn't science fiction. This isn't some fantasy prediction. Many financial analysts believe it could actually happen. And if it does, it won't just change Elon Musk's life. It will change how we think about wealth, business, and the future itself. So the real question isn't, will Elon Musk become a trillionaire? The real question is, what does Elon understand that most people don't? Because hidden inside his journey is a lesson every entrepreneur can learn, and it might completely change the way you think about success. The problem with how most people think wealth comes from working harder, work more hours, get more clients, earn a bigger salary, repeat. But there's a limit. You only have 24 hours in a day. You can't scale yourself infinitely. That's why many hard-working people never become truly wealthy. Elon Musk plays a completely different game. Instead of selling his time, he builds systems. Instead of chasing income, he chases ownership. And that's where everything changes. Because billionaires don't become rich from effort alone. They become rich by owning assets that grow while they sleep. And Elon owns some of the most powerful assets on Earth. The Tesla effect. Let's start with the obvious one, Tesla. Most people think Tesla is a car company. But Elon doesn't see it that way. He sees Tesla as an energy company, an AI company, a robotics company, a transportation company, and potentially a company that could transform entire industries. Every year, millions of people switch to electric vehicles. Every year, battery technology improves. Every year, Tesla gathers more data. And data is becoming the new oil of the digital age. The more Tesla grows, the more Elon Musk's ownership grows. This is the power of leverage. One idea, one company, global impact, the real wealth machine. But here's where things get interesting. Tesla alone may not be the biggest reason Elon could become a trillionaire. The real wild card is SpaceX. Think about it. For thousands of years, every human civilization has been limited to one planet. One. Then along comes Elon Musk. And his mission is not merely to build rockets. His mission is to make humanity multiplanetary. That's not thinking big. That's thinking at a scale few humans have ever imagined. And investors love scale because the bigger the problem you solve, the bigger the rewards. If SpaceX continues lowering the cost of space travel, launching satellites, building global internet infrastructure, and potentially helping humanity expand beyond Earth, its value could become enormous, much larger than most people realize today. The secret most people miss. Now here's the lesson that changed my perspective. Elon Musk doesn't focus on becoming rich. He focuses on solving gigantic problems. Think about it. Transportation, energy, artificial intelligence, space exploration, global communication. These are trillion-dollar industries. Most people look for opportunities where competition is low. Elon looks for opportunities where impact is massive. And strangely enough, that's often where the biggest fortunes are created. Because money tends to flow toward value, the greater the value you create, the greater the rewards you receive. The mindset difference. Imagine two people. The first asks, how can I make $1,000? The second asks, how can I solve a problem for millions of people? One thinks small, one thinks exponentially. And that's one of the biggest differences between average entrepreneurs and legendary entrepreneurs. Elon doesn't think in years. He thinks in decades. He doesn't ask, how can I win today? He asks, how can I dominate the future? That long-term thinking creates opportunities most people never see, because while others focus on the next paycheck, visionaries focus on the next era. The trillion-dollar lesson. Now, whether Elon Musk becomes the world's first trillionaire or not, the bigger lesson remains. Wealth is often a byproduct, a consequence, a result. The real driver is value creation. The entrepreneur who creates enough value, builds enough leverage, and solves problems at a massive scale eventually becomes impossible to ignore. That's why some people spend their lives chasing money, while others become wealthy because they chase a mission, and history repeatedly shows which strategy wins. Powerful conclusion. Maybe Elon Musk becomes the first trillionaire. Maybe someone else beats him to it. But that's not the most important takeaway. The most important takeaway is this: the future belongs to people who think bigger than their current circumstances. People who dare to solve problems others call impossible. People who are willing to plant trees whose shade they may never sit under. Because every great empire, every great company, and every extraordinary life starts with one decision: to think beyond today. And if Elon Musk teaches us anything, it's that the limits we accept are often far smaller than the possibilities that exist. Before you leave, I want you to do something interesting. In the comments below, answer this question: if you had unlimited resources, what massive problem would you try to solve for humanity? Don't overthink it. Just write the first thing that comes to mind. Because once an idea is written down, it becomes more real. And who knows, the next billion-dollar or even trillion-dollar idea might start in this comment section. And if this video made you think bigger than you did 10 minutes ago, hit the like button. Not for me, but as a commitment to your future self, the version of you that refuses to think small. Subscribe for more videos on entrepreneurship, wealth creation, psychology, and the mindset of extraordinary achievers. And remember, the people who change the world aren't always the smartest. They're often the ones bold enough to believe the future can be different and courageous enough to build it.